What's up, man?
What up, bro?
We back.
One more again.
Who are we, man?
Singleton.
And I'm Brown.
And we what?
We live.
You know what I'm saying? Can't real fool for them.
Jay Cameron.
Like always, subscribe, like,
There you
follow,
go.
hit the notification bell. Bring your mama, your haters, bring everybody. We here, man. So today we want to jump right into it. We got something special for y'all.
Oh,
So what's our proverb for the day, boss?
Proverbs for the day.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see what we got. We're on Proverbs 21. I'm going to take it all the way, 19 through 21. Okay? It's better to live alone in the desert than with a quarrelsome, complaining wife. The wise have wealth and luxury, but fools spend whatever they get. Whoever pursues righteousness and unfailing love will find life, righteousness, and honor. What'd you get out of that?
Man, you better find the right mate. That's what I get out of it.
Yeah, because she's always quarreling, always complaining. Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
They said the wise. It would have said the wise have wealth and luxury, but fools spend everything you get.
You get the wrong woman. A lot of people, that's why they do prenups. I would never do it, but each his own. But if you got to sign some paper for your mate not to do you wrong,
See,
that ain't the right one.
see,
It's a trust thing, huh?
But well, the problem comes in, on some street stuff. You know how you say big bank take little bank?
Yeah.
How no bank spend your bank?
You know it goes.
All right, I come with it, man. It just
Yeah.
pop it out there. But now you have to pursue righteousness, okay, and unfailing love. And then it said you'll find life. So if you purposely cultivate your marriage and your relationship with unfailing love, you will find life, righteousness, and honor.
That word, what I get out of that is that unfailing love. What that mean? That's kind of powerful. Unfailing love. What that mean to me?
That's another way to say unconditional, but ain't it?
Yeah, it's like you got to put yourself aside and think about that other person at all times.
All times?
At all times. That's the only way you can really. You talking about unconditional, unfailing. You can't fail. Like
The funniest thing I heard
what?
about unconditional love?
What?
I was watching Ozark. Shout out to Ozark if you've seen Ozark. And Marty, his wife, thought they were going to break up. He wanted to end the marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, we've been through, he said, love is unconditional. He said, we've been through a lot of conditions and we're still together.
I like that.
I thought that was pretty deep.
That's deep.
We've been through a lot of conditions and we're still together.
That's the whole goal.
Yeah. To make it through all the conditions and sustain and maintain.
Okay.
But we ain't going to repeat no mistakes, though.
No, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So next thing is our current event. Brittany Griner still in jail, man.
And what's it, man? 4 months? And
It's been a while. That's kind of. I think America got it. I think we should do a little better with this. She's one of our elite players, elite citizens.
Yeah.
Supposed to be.
I don't think we should say she's still in jail. I think we should say she's still in bondage. She's a hostage.
That's what it's starting to be. Like they talking about they got a big deal on the table to get her back though. So that is more. They're using leverage at this point. Leverage. So they want. They were saying like they want her for another prisoner that we have.
You know what I think they should do? You know what they should do? Yeah, I'm about to say so. You know what I think they should do? They should put a chip or put something in the prisoner that we get back where they hit the button, he just expire. Now you can have him back, but now he gone. We got our girl back.
Only on Singleton-Brown line.
I'm just saying, like, if you want to be covert about it, it's like, okay, you want who? All right, you can have him back. We ain't say how long he gonna be there though.
You want the people to inspire someone. Okay.
I'm just saying, bro. The one that they want, he was supporting terrorism, against the U.S. So they gave him 25 years. So okay, we're gonna let you out your life sentence early. When you get there, you get off the plane, you see the wife and kids, and you expire.
Okay, moving along. Oh my God.
I know.
Today we want to talk about relationships. 3 things you need in the beginning of a relationship to get to a long-lasting relationship like that. I've been married for 21 years, been with my wife for 24 and counting. And it's, I think it's some things that I wish I would have knew starting a relationship off. There are a lot of people that get in relationships that they don't have the right information and they don't make it. They expire.
We're not trying. Well, some relationship you in have an expiration date. You just don't know it.
You choose the wrong person.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too.
It's choices, man. Like one thing, like I talk about our superpower. Check out our other podcasts, our YouTube channel. But we talk about we having choices. Men and women got choices. And one thing, my God, he didn't choose Eve to be Adam's wife. Adam chose her. This is my wife, bone of my bone, flesh. He the one that came up with these marriage vows that we stand up. And God was like, okay, I guess I'm in the presence. I'm about to help. I'm about to marry y'all then. That's how that went. So a man, he made that decision. Then when the woman did something strange, he said, that was the woman you gave me.
You gave me.
Now you gonna turn it back to God. God like, boy, I ain't do that. But that's how we do. So
think of what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Adam chose Eve, right?
Yes.
He came up with this marriage vows, right?
Yes.
About, right?
Yes.
He only had one option. How many options we got?
Oh,
I'm just.
You see, and we still making mistakes.
That's why it's crazy right now.
Wow, that's a good point.
Yeah, he only had one option.
Wow. Wow. Oh, hold on. I think we got a call in. Hold on. This call in stuff is what you came up with. But this call in thing.
I didn't come up with it. I just said we needed it.
We got a call in. Okay. So let's see who to call in. Let's see. Well, okay. Buzz in. Let's see. It's a woman. Oh, it's a woman. Buzz in.
Hello.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Okay. This is about to get good. Okay, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
What's your name? You want to say your name? No? Yes. It's okay?
We could just call her that girl.
Okay. She's that girl.
No, I'm sorry. That woman.
I'm sorry. That woman.
Yeah.
Has called to check us out. Thank you so much for calling. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta.
Yes, hot Atlanta.
It is hot. But I appreciate you calling in. So, well, you can help us with our topic tonight. We're saying 3 things that a relationship needs in the beginning to be a long-lasting relationship. And we came up with 3 things. Like, we can start off with the first one, and maybe you can chime in on each one of them with us.
Okay.
I feel like in the beginning of a relationship, a man or woman should learn how to court each other, not just date. I think that's 2 different worlds, especially in this day and time.
Absolutely.
So, what you think? Courting? Do you understand the word courting?
I think that people don't even know what courting is these days. I think that that's not even something that is talked about. I think a lot of people just go on dates to say that they're dating. Some people don't even realize when they're just dating, which is like going on dates or dating other people, or when they're dating with intentions to make a relationship. So sometimes they don't even realize that there's a difference between the two. So courting and dating is definitely a difference.
I like that. What you gotta say, buddy?
I think one more expensive than the other.
There you go. What you mean by that? What you mean?
If I'm courting you, it's more like an investment into our future.
Yes.
But if I'm dating you, you can date me today, date somebody else tomorrow.
That's usually what happens. They got dating sites, man. Like this stuff is different from 25 years ago, but they got dating sites and it's a lot of different stuff, man.
If we dating, we should be Dutch.
Oh, say that again?
If we dating, we should be. If you dating other people besides me, we Dutch.
But how often would you know if someone else is dating other people?
The minute I find out, we Dutch or we're nothing.
So will one of the three things be when you're dating and when you're getting to know someone, would you ask them, are they dating other people? Is that one of the three things?
Yeah,
that's part of courting right there.
Yeah, part of, I need to understand what the situation is, because if you're dating somebody else, we're going to Applebee's. But if it's just me and you, we're going to Papa Do's. On me.
Well, let's get a good understanding of what courting is. Because maybe people like coming up, I don't think people don't even talk about it anymore, first of all. They just talk about dating. I'm dating. I'm in a dating scene. Oh, dating is hard. I done heard all kind of stuff. And I got friends that's dating. That's what they say. But I'm like, what happened to courting? Courting is when a person is on trial, man or woman, and you are serious about that person. So you looking into every part of that person's background. You might have, when the person you courting them, you might look and try to talk to one of their ex-boyfriend or girlfriend to find out who was that person. Credit score. You want to know everything you can about that person to get a good snapshot to make a long-term decision. And I like it because in this day and time, ain't nothing for sure. But I think that'll give you a better scenario of making a good decision for the long haul.
I got it.
Putting a person on, it's called courting. Put a person in court.
See,
on trial.
Courting is dating with a purpose. If we don't have a purpose and we just frivolous just going out and dating, nah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go broke like that.
Do you think it's okay to do background checks?
Oh, most definitely.
I think it's great.
Most definitely.
That's part of courting.
Yeah.
You need to know a person's background. Like you getting it because you come together, you talking about marriage, then marriage come up. So you talking about getting together and you didn't know the person was a criminal, you didn't know they had bad credit, you didn't know they had 4 kids, been married 3 times. And then you all find that out after you get married.
Think about this, right? You meet Mr. Right. He Mr. Perfect. He Mr. Everything. You have to ask yourself a question. Why he single? It's 10, 12 women to every man. Why is this one perfect dude single? You have to do a background check. You'll find out that he done beat up his last 3 girlfriends. or he done slept with a mama.
So how honest would you be about your past? Like when you're courting or when you're dating, how honest would you actually be about your past?
I would be as honest as, depending on what level we are in the relationship at that time. Mm-hmm. I would be as honest, be on a need to know basis. You ask me something you don't need to know, I ain't gonna tell you. You can ask me about my person, you ask me about my kids or whatnot. You can ask me, my criminal history, but certain things, if we're not on that level yet, you can't ask me that yet.
There come a time when I think still, if you serious and you serious about your courting and that person, I think it's okay. Now, a person gonna be honest if they want to be, so I think it's okay to be transparent.
But I will tell you this though. What? When I tell you the truth and you don't accept the truth, now you're telling me you want something more intelligently than the truth.
A lie.
Exactly. Now we're about to get creative.
The truth don't lie.
Exactly.
Wow.
So I'll tell you the truth. Nah, that's not it. No, you had to, okay. Evidently you want me to be creative now. So I'm gonna be creative now.
And that's the part about when you dating or courting at the beginning, most people be kind of, they don't share everything.
Mm-hmm. That's the representative.
They always show the good side. Mm-hmm. I want to see when you get mad how you respond. You know what I'm saying?
You have to get
vice versa.
You have to get past the representative. When you first meet a person, that's their representative. Once you get past the representative, like you said, you have to see them in different situations. See how they handle anger, see how they handle stress or whatnot, see how they handle broke. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you have to see them in different phases, but you don't get that in the first date, the second date, the third date. It's over time. Yeah. So if I'm courting you with a purpose, I'm looking out for these things. No, I'm not going to purposely put you in a situation to see how you respond, but I am paying attention. You have to date or court, and you have to pay attention. You can't just be happy to be there.
Wait, let me ask you this. So when you court,
you smirk like that.
When you courting, should sex come into play?
Doing courting?
I'm just hey.
Well, we
Because in dating, that always comes up like, you know what I'm saying? And like when you dating in this day and time, I got friends, all they talk about is smashing, getting to the girl. You know what I'm saying? Getting to that point. I don't know how women, I'm just with men's intentions sometimes.
We grown folks do grown folks things. And it's like if we're courting and our chemistry is there and that's where our evening or our day, that's where we end up, that's where we are. But schedule it, hey, we're courting now, so on this day and on this time, no. But if it's a chemistry thing and that's the flow, then let it flow, we grown.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like that Steve Harvey BS, 90 days. Yeah, really? You know how many other girls get smashed in that 90-day period? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, you got to make a man wait 90 days. You make a man wait 90 days, you at the bottom of the list.
Unless he wants you.
Yeah, but he still got needs.
He ain't a strong man if he can't hold out.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, caller.
Wait.
Hey. Oh.
I hold out long as I need to hold out, but don't play games with me. Don't be, well, I can't now. I have to wait at least 2 more weeks. Okay. No, we ain't doing that.
I think some women feel like when they're holding out, it brings more value to the relationship and it brings more value to them in some aspects. Because you got to think, it's so many women that are putting out that it's just expected that if we go on this date and I spend this money and I take you on 3 days, that, yeah, I'm getting that. And sometimes that's not always the case. Like, you could spend that. I ain't counting your pockets. But at the end of the day, if I don't feel like it's worth it or if it's not vibing out that way, you ain't getting it.
Ooh. Well, that's true. But see,
okay,
as an alpha, if an alpha decides this is what they want,
and then they're gonna do what they got to do to get it.
They gonna set the scenario. They gonna set the scene up for that. They're gonna do what they gonna say the right things. They gonna do the right things, and they gonna set the they gonna set the table for that. You know, and it's like, can she still say no? Yeah, she can, but normally she won't.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, it's like, that's a touchy subject because it's like men like sex, women like sex, but if the chemistry lines up and you're a closer, it's gonna be what it is. Grown folks do what grown folks do, you know. But to be in a situation we can't because I have to wait till this date and this time, or I have to wait till this point. You're gonna lose me in the mix. You know, it's simple as that.
Hold on now. Hold on, man. I don't think.
I mean, it's not a prerequisite.
All men, let me tell you. They got stories in the Bible where man waited 7 years, 14 years.
Twice, yeah.
Come on now. So I'm just saying.
Once again,
it got outliers. They call it.
Yeah.
Outliers. So, you know,
and how many?
What I've learned now. I was I don't know. I was all about I wanted what I wanted, but you know now it's like I feel like it probably would cloud my judgment and that person's judgment if I put it in there too fast.
Yeah, but
now I ain't gonna make the best decision that I need to that early.
Yeah, but it's like this though. One thing you have to understand as a man, you can't get it all. You can't have it all. You have to be very selective. And a lot of guys right now destroy their life on child support because they was smashing because they could.
Yeah,
do anything about that they want to. It's like somebody asked me, I don't do it because I can. I do it if I want to. But me wanting to, I know I have to line up certain things a certain way to make sure it go a certain way. But like I have 2 sons. I have 3 sons, right? Mm-hmm. 25, 34, 37. None of them have kids.
Why? The action?
Yeah, you got to be careful when you say stuff like that because that's not always viewed as a good thing.
Well, they understand they have it. They understand what it means to have kids, and they have not found the right female that they want to have kids with.
Are you sure that's the case?
Oh, they putting work in, but they ain't dropping no babies. So they ain't dropping no babies. So yeah,
wow, that's interesting.
No, because they have learned.
It's like you gotta be careful with that.
They have learned. They have learned. They're not doing. They don't. Hell, they learn from me. They're not going into situations just because they could. Anybody can do X, Y, Z, but they're like, no, It's with a purpose.
So what's wrong with a woman choosing to wait 90 days if a man can choose not to have kids? Like, I feel like a woman can choose not to have sex for however long she chooses, and the right man is going to wait. And you know, a lot of women do that and they don't even bring it up. It's just something that they have in their mind, just like a woman that's choosing to be celibate. Women choose to be celibate and they would tell whoever they're dating or whoever's courting them right then and there, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm living. If you don't agree with it, go on to the next, because you are putting yourself in situations where you don't want to set expectations that you know is not going to be met. So you tell these men this straight up, and then you know right then if they're going to be willing to put in the work or not. I'm doing this for myself. You're setting your own boundaries. You're setting your own standards. And if this man is not willing to meet those standards, then he's not the one for you. Now, these are not ridiculous standards. These are not, you got to have straight teeth. You can't smoke cigarettes. This is me. This is my body. So if I'm telling you I'm not having sex with anyone that I've known less than this amount of time and the relationship is not moving in that way, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Now, whether she chooses to disclose it or keep it to herself, that's probably depending on the man, because some men can't handle the truth.
If she discloses that up front, I totally respect that. Then you're right. I can make a conscious decision. Oh, she different. I got to see what this is about. I'm still going to explore this. But if she throws it up every time we get ready to go out on the date, that's a lot of dates we ain't going on. But if she told me up front, I'm celibate, I choose to do like this, I'm waiting for marriage, yada, yada, I'm truly interested in her, she respected the situation enough to give me the option to say, okay, she's different, I got to explore this, I respect that. Mm-hmm. And I'll move on that. But if she's the type of chick, every time we get ready to go out, I hope you ain't planning this because we ain't doing this, we ain't doing that. I just got a headache. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, next I think tip that can help somebody is learn each other's love language. I think that's huge. In my relationship now, it took me a while, but I had to learn. You think you know a person or you want a person to be how you want them to be. And starting off, you know what I'm saying, you got to sacrifice yourself for understanding that person's needs and wants and vice versa. And that'll be a good, sustainable relationship going forward. If you think about marriage and for the long haul, that would help me to be successful, learning my wife's love language and her learning mine. And then we always trying to fulfill those needs for each other. We don't have no issues. Yeah. It's the problem come in when we stop doing those things, or you ain't doing this, I need this. You're getting selfish. That selfishness, the ego part of us, cause problems. Caused problems with mine early on. I wish I would have knew how to understand her love language earlier. So, what you think about that, Ms. Caller?
I think that's very true. I think it'll save you a lot of headache, a lot of heartache, a lot of arguments, because when someone is telling you up front what it is that they need and what it is that they want, you know automatically if that's something that you're willing to do or strive for, or you know what I'm saying, vice versa. If you guys both have a conversation and even over time when you get to know people and you're first dating, you start to find out, okay, they don't like talking on the phone, but they like texting, or they like face-to-face interactions, but they would rather be by themselves. You get to know people and you get to start to see if this is something that you could deal with, something that is easy for you, or something that it'll take a little bit of work. So when the love languages come in, it just should be something that is kind of fluent. And even if it takes some learning or some compromising, it shouldn't be something that you're feeling like you're like breaking your neck. So learning each other's love language is also a way to save each other a lot of grief, I think.
Like that. What you gotta say, Ken?
What if the What if the person don't understand what love is, and their love language comes across as ebonics now?
You better start taking some classes.
You can't help that person.
Hey, well, that's a good answer though, because most people don't understand what love.
I think
that
those
word
a lot
love
of people.
is a misunderstanding by itself, because my understanding of love and somebody else's understanding of love is totally different. My understanding of love is, first of all, it's different types of love. God, I understand that, but most people ain't done no research to understand the different love.
Some people didn't
You love
grow
your
up
brother.
with love.
No, you know what I'm saying? So you got to do some research. You got to go some classes, some camps. You got to educate. It's all this information in the world, but people still sick, getting divorced, still ignorant, still fat. And we got all this information on how to do these things and be better, but we're not using it. So that word love is, I deal with, unconditional love, which is pretty much putting yourself aside and focusing on that person needs first. That's God. God put us first. Even though we ain't even love him. I ain't love him first. He loved me first. Knowing I want to do all this craziness. It's like you can't understand the love that God has for us. And with the same love you have for your children. Why you love your children? Because they're my children. You ask why you love your mate, you start coming up with all these different reasons why. That's the problem. Because now you just put conditions on your love. Why you love your child? Because that's my child. Why you love your mama? That's my mama. You see what I'm saying? It's a different. Why you love your husband or wife? Oh, because he or she, and you just go to listen to things.
Yeah.
Think about it next time you talking to your mate. So I think that person getting to understand what love is, and then making an educated guess, not an educated guess, but getting some research and getting some knowledge on how to go forward with a person. First of all, I think, even with courting, you gotta learn how to be single. Most people don't even know how to be single, man. Talking about getting together and make two. They don't even know how to be single by themselves. First of all, people don't even love themselves. Let's get started with that. Self-love.
Self-love.
Courting a person, you don't even love yourself yet. So there's some misconceptions on love and even understand a person's love language. We can be speaking Spanish to each other and wonder why we frustrated. Well, I do this, and it should appreciate it, and know that you ain't speaking their language.
Yeah.
But you know when a person speaking language. I promise you. You know what it feels. It's emotion. They know how to touch all the right buttons, and that's what it's about. If you want to sustain a long life with a person, you know what I'm saying. So it got to become.
So what about trauma? Like when you're meeting someone and you're realizing that this person has a lot of trauma, do you make that decision to try to love them through the trauma? Like, are you gonna make that sacrifice, because trauma is not something that's overnight, and it's not something that's developed in a day. So when you meeting someone and you're getting to know them, and then you realizing like, okay, this person has some baggage, like emotional, or I'm not gonna say damage, but certain things like that. So what do you do, or what would you think in your mind? Would you feel like, okay, I'm really liking this person, I'm liking the way this is going, but she has this, and this. What would you do?
Counseling, you know what I'm saying? It's called counseling. If you really, really genuinely, and you want to help that person, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to go to counseling.
Yeah, but it depends on if you're looking for a fixer-upper or not. Ooh, because it's like, that's a lot of work. And it's like, if you don't have the resources, the personal resources within yourself to deal with that type person, like it'll destroy you. I've been in a situation where somebody had a traumatic past, and I didn't know how to deal with that. So therefore, I didn't know how to deal with that person, and it caused a lot of conflict. That it was a situation where they went through molestation as a child, but then they would sit there and watch a movie about molestation and get all depressed. And I'm like, change the damn channel. But that wasn't the way to handle that. You see what I'm saying? So you could not know how to deal with it, and you can cause more harm. Mm-hmm. So if you're not prepared to deal with that might not be something for you to do.
That's the whole thing with courting. It goes back to that courting. You start finding out all that, it makes that courting, and then you get to make a decision. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do I want to be with this person and do all this? Because 9 times out of 10, when you're courting, people telling lies and they ain't telling the truth. And then you find out all this stuff late. All the baggage, like you talking about, all the trauma, like the caller talking about, all that trauma, and you don't find out till late. So it's two dysfunctional people coming together trying to make it work. And then that's when all the problems start happening.
Yeah.
So it goes back to how deep and understanding of courting do you get into. In this day and time, you want to know, we got some crazy.
You gotta know ASAP.
Yes, it's some traumatic, even myself, you know what I'm saying? I was traumatized in getting a relationship, and I didn't tell my wife all that up front.
I mean, we all are
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Damn it, you know what I'm saying? So luckily I went and got, I had to go get some help or something, talk to somebody and try to figure this out. You can't do it by yourself. So what she did, stick with me, and it takes that person making a decision to want to be with you in your traumatized state.
Yeah,
if that's what they choose. It's a choice.
As long as they ain't physically beating you up or nothing like that.
Oh, no. You don't stand no abuse. I don't condone that. You get out of it. But you do what you have to do.
You got to call your mom and them, your daddy, your uncles, your brothers, and somebody got to come lay hands on somebody.
Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? You make that what courting is about. So I think courting is important, man. Yeah, but a lot of people don't do it. They get together and next thing you know, they figure out all that.
Yep.
Pregnant.
They want to date.
Now they got to make it work.
They working on their 51st dates.
Find out they got bad credit. They don't like how they smell. They be crazy stuff.
You can't put cheese on the Whopper. It's just like, no.
Everything is you got to really, really.
Hey, you know what we were talking about? We said it as a joke. Mm-hmm. When you start courting somebody, you got to check your thread count.
Ooh. What they laying on?
Yeah, like how comfortable do they sleep? Like, I come to your house, do I really want to lay in your bed?
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What about advice for men who's dating a woman with children?
Choice.
I think if a man's dating a woman with children, he accepts that child's part of the relationship. Mm-hmm. Like, 'cause I think a man is responsible to take care of everything under his roof.
Package deal.
Yeah, it's like I there's a big push. I be seeing different podcasts and on social media not to date a single woman. I mean, not to date a woman with kids. And I'm like, even in the Bible, it tells you to take care of the widower and her children. What that means is you're looking out for the single mother. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm about to tell you, you know what? You know who took care of somebody else's son? Shaquille O'Neal, his stepdad.
Yeah.
Raised him up, not his real dad. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, it'd be situations like if his stepdad had looked at his mom, or you got a child, boom, I can't date you. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, you never know. The kid's not really responsible for anything. So if you accept her, you accept the whole package or whatnot.
Package deal. That's in the beginning of courting again. But you already gonna know that because she's gonna tell you, I got a kid.
Yeah.
Now what you gonna do?
There was a scenario, well, not a scenario, it was a real life situation. I'm not sure if you guys heard of it. A woman was waiting for her son's father to come and bring food for his child. Now, they were previously dating, and she had 3 other children, and he was taking care of the kids, and then they had a child together. So they were together, and he was helping her with all of her children. They have different fathers. Now, what would you say after they broke up? Is her other kids still his responsibility? Is he wrong for not wanting to do for her other kids now that they're no longer together?
What?
Depends on the man.
It depends on the man because he made a decision he don't want to do for the other kids no more.
Right. So he once they broke up, he no longer felt like he needed to do for the other 3 kids, although he was a part of their life while they were together.
He bought McDonald's for one.
For one.
For his child. The youngest.
It's all over social media. It was funny. I don't know if it was a skit or it was real or not, but
it was real. It was real.
And the guy was like, he brought, and then people started being funny. So another guy did a little skit where he brought a whole Mac computer to his daughter, and they had 2 other kids in there. It depends on the man. Like
that's
doing. Hey, I'm just saying.
That's trifling.
I know, man.
That's trifling. That's petty. if I'm in a relationship and
the relationship over.
No, I'm saying while I'm in a relationship, if I'm taking care of my kid and I'm taking care of the other kids, now the relationship is over. You see what I'm saying? I'm still going to do. It may not be the same consistency, the same level, but I'm not gonna bring my kid food and not feed the house. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gonna have my kid getting beat up. Oh, your daddy just bought you a Big Mac.
I know. That what happened.
I'm saying just bring a whole pizza. Bring a $5 little bag.
Wait. Is this particular woman we talk about? Is she dating somebody new now?
I don't know.
That wasn't mentioned.
Because there's obligations and responsibilities that come with that.
Yeah, of course.
See, but I want to say every man different because I don't know the situation.
Because you be taking food over there for your kid, the other kid, and her new man.
Oh Lord, not the new man.
Wow. Hey, this is where we live.
But see, the thing is, the new man allow you to do that. Now he pimping you too.
I believe must not have a new man because the new man probably will.
I don't think so. Yeah.
The new man's a real man. He done took care of everything.
Everything, even the little kid, they got a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one. 3 things. I said 3 things. Court a woman, a man, learn each other love language, and the third one was listen for understanding, dealing with communication.
Listen to
really listen. Because a lot of I ain't gonna lie, even when you stand up there getting married, I don't remember nothing that man said.
You just wait to say I do.
I'm ready to do that woman.
Well,
I'm about to, that's all I was focusing on that day.
Brown?
Standing up there. No, I'm being honest. No, it's real.
Is this a family show right now?
No, I'm being honest though. Any man you comment, what you were thinking about up there when that door opened and you looked at that woman, oh, it's on. You focusing on that woman the whole time.
I'm about to tell you a little secret that nobody know.
Go ahead.
That ain't married.
Go ahead.
I'll say 6 or 7 out of 10 don't have sex the night of the marriage.
Well, I don't know. I did.
No, most people by the time I'm talking about if you have a real one. By the time you done went through the whole setup, you done went through the whole reception, saw everybody off and everything, you get back to you crash. Most people flying out the next day on their honeymoon, and they be like, "All right, we just get it in then." I'm just saying.
Some people pull an all-nighter.
I'm on some other stuff.
Do a test. Do a test. Ask 10 people, and you say on your wedding night. Let's quantify it. People that had a real wedding.
Okay.
I ain't talking about the courthouse. I ain't talking about.
I had a wedding.
I ain't talking about the notary showing up at your mama's house as a witness and everything. You had to do it in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm talking about you had a full-blown wedding, full-blown reception, full-blown party. Okay. And then you're going on your honeymoon. Okay. That night, a lot of times people just go to sleep and get up and continue on.
Okay.
At least, if you ask 10 people, 6 of them be like, nah, we wait till we got to Jamaica. Nah, we wait till we got to Bahamas.
I'm gonna ask.
Cause they wore out. You'd be so wore out after the preparation for the wedding. You go through everything and you go through the whole reception. You go through the whole part. Like when we got married, bro, after the wedding, everybody left the reception and came to the crib. The party continued.
I know. I was a part of that.
So it's like
everybody's different. I understand. It's a lot that goes into that.
Top all that. That was at 4:30 in the morning.
That's a lot.
Been up all day.
You could have told everybody. If you don't find that, you would have told everybody. We wouldn't have came here.
Hey, shoot. That was my plan. Somebody else did that.
Okay.
They were like, your wife said. I was like, said, well, go where? Man, I had a room, had everything all set up and everything.
Hey.
And everybody, no, we going to your house.
Party don't end.
Wow. Okay. So listen for understanding.
Listen
for understanding.
I guess that's important when you're dating or courting because a person could tell you right out front what they want, their expectations, what they need. Just like a lot of men tell women, I told you up front I didn't want a relationship, or I told you up front I wasn't ready for kids, or I told you up front I never wanted to have kids, and then a woman will be like, well, we'll have this conversation next year and we'll see what you think about that. And a person's mind might not never change. So then now you have to realize, well, am I compromising on not having kids, or am I compromising on never being married? Because although this person told you this in the beginning, you didn't believe it, or you thought you could change somebody's mind.
But if a man tells a woman up front, I don't want a relationship, there is no second date.
It shouldn't.
It should
be.
not be a second
I was
date.
going to say that's not true.
I'm about to say it
not.
shouldn't be.
That's a woman with
See,
low
that's that
self-esteem.
dating. That's the difference.
She got low self-esteem, low morals. If
He
you say,
telling
I
you.
don't want this, but you still trying to give it to him.
No, because a man will lead you on. He could say, I don't want this, but do everything a boyfriend, a husband would do, but still say, well, we ain't official. You ain't my girl, but do everything.
They're getting everything.
Yeah,
Because the woman allowed him to get everything.
That, yeah.
Think about it. That's all he doing until she cut that off.
Yeah.
Watch how that fade off. But if a woman leave that open,
Give him the celibate speech. Not that. Give him the celibate speech, and he don't take it as I'm selling a bit speech.
Oh my gosh.
Say it again.
somebody.
Say it again. Say it again. Brother.
Women, you give a man I'm celibate speech, not that I'm selling a bit speech. There's a difference.
Wow. So yeah, she gotta stand her ground. Look, stand your ground, love.
Yeah.
She gotta stand her ground if she gonna, if a man gonna tell you, and men do it all the time, and they get caught up in the sex and the emotions, and next thing you know, the woman gave all she got. And because truth be told,
Yeah, a woman would give everything she has to prove that she's the one. And the man would not look at her like that ever.
No. And he told her over and over again. So that's a choice and a decision a woman has made. So her getting hurt or something happening in that situation, they was just dating. That's a dating thing. Because in courting, you're gonna be like, come on, man, I ain't going for that. I ain't gonna fall for that.
Yeah.
You're not gonna fall for that. Like, you don't have to. Like, women can, and they do have, let me say this, they do have good men out there.
Yes.
And they do have men out there that will wait. You know what I'm saying? It might not be talked about, but it is men out there that will court a woman and do it properly if she puts the standards up there for him to do that.
Can I say something?
Women got a lot of power. Women got a lot of power. First of all, let's get that straight.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
First of all, I like to say shout out to Miles Monroe.
And my boy, Monroe. All right.
Now it says, in the Bible it says it's not good for a man to be alone. But we do have men out here, aka grown boys, you need to leave alone.
Say it again.
It's not good for a man to be alone, but we have grown boys out here that you need to leave alone. Because it's like women, they need to understand the difference between a man and a male. It's two different things. A man and a male, two different things. A male could be a little boy. It could be a young man, okay? It could be a grown boy, but a man is going to be a man. It's two different things. A lot of you women having problems out there because you're dealing with just a male, not a man. I'm just saying what I just said. Yeah.
A lot of women say that one more time, man.
A lot of women out there, you having problems because you're only dealing with a male. You're not dealing with a man. He ain't fully developed. He ain't full grown yet. He's just a grown boy. You're dealing with a male, not a man. So when y'all sit there talking about man ain't good, man a dog, no, you're dealing with males. Okay, you will not be able to talk about a man like that. Not a man grown.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I'm about to go in.
I see that. So the woman should listen for understanding from the man and vice versa.
Yeah. Oh, he'll tell you who and what he is.
Yeah, it's gonna come out. No, a man gonna tell him. He gonna keep him talking. That's why they say men don't talk that much. Keep him talking. He gonna tell on himself. Yeah. Just keep him talking. Men and women talk long enough, they gonna tell on themselves. So the thing is, I guess women gotta
not fall for the banana in the tailpipe. But go ahead.
Yeah, get men to talking.
No pun intended.
Get men to talking more, and get a clear understanding of what decision you about to make in this relationship. Because he gonna tell you what he want up front. If he want to be with you, he say he gonna be with you. The man gonna be straightforward, And most time they do tell you, but women don't hear it. Maybe they judgment clouded. I don't know what it is, but most men I done heard them tell women. They still be like, "Why you treat me like this? You allowing him to treat you like this?"
Man, women. When it comes to relationship and dating and stuff, women are more competitive than men. If you tell a woman that we could talk, we could hang out, I give you 30 days, right? And she say, what that mean? Whatever happens in these 30 days, at the end of that 30 days, we're done. That's our expiration date. Okay? You know what that woman gonna do? What? She gonna spend 30 days trying to get to date 31.
Not this one.
Ooh. I say some women.
I'll be like, bye.
I'm just saying. I mean, some women, you tell them like, listen, this is a good vibe and everything, but I ain't trying to create no new habits. So it's just 30 days. After 30 days, we're done, no matter what. Okay. They're going to spend 30 days trying to get to day 31. Wow. To be greater than that 30 days that you originally gave them.
Hey, Carla.
Yeah.
Are you married or single?
I'm married.
Oh. So
different set of rules.
Yeah, different rules. I'm sorry. So what did you do? What did that man do? Did he court you or were y'all dating? How did you get to that point, married?
It was definitely courting. It was straight to the point, knew what he wanted from the beginning. Oh. There was really no questions that needed to ask. Even when I tried to play hard to get, it was just persistent courting.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Heavy D. He says persistence overrides resistance.
Definitely.
He says in this song.
This man. Wow. Yeah. So he courted you. Okay. Mm-hmm. So can you give some young lady that may be feeling like she in a situation and she don't understand it too, they're dating, and what was one thing that you knew you would want to marry this man? Because you know what I'm saying, you had to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? I know he probably told you these things up front like men do. But how you know he was serious? You know, like you say, women get led on. How did you know he was serious in that situation?
I think it was more so of my mindset. I was not in the space where I was looking for it. So, you know how when you're not looking for something, it just happens?
Yeah.
So I think because I wasn't really looking for it, I wasn't putting the effort into it, and I was kind of resistant to it, that it kind of made it more of a, I don't know, it just made it more of a thing, made it more of something to go after. Like, okay, I'm not looking for this. I don't really want it. You know how when you're not pressed for something, that other person, it comes. And so it was just more so of that. And once the barrier was broken down, once all the walls were kind of torn down over time, then that's when it was just like, okay, he's not giving up. Just go ahead. You know, do what you gotta do.
Oh, he was consistent.
Cause I'm a closer, you know what I'm saying. So you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
So what was it? I know when you say y'all courted. So what was some things that sealed the deal for you? What question that you asked knew? Okay, I might need this man in my corner. I might need to marry this man. What was some things that you asked that kind of helped seal the deal?
I asked everything.
Oh,
I asked about everything. I still ask questions. Like, I don't know if it's weird or because I talked to some of my friends and some other people and they be like, girl, I don't want to know that. And I'll be like, who'd you lose your virginity to? Who was your first? Who was your first love? Like,
wow, that's
what
cool.
was your?
Oh Lord.
I want to know these things. Yeah. I'm like, what was your first heartbreak? Like, I want to know. I don't know about a lot of other people. But I want to know, like, how was it growing up? I love to hear the stories.
Wow.
It was just, to me, that's a part of getting to know someone, because when you're learning about those types of things, you're actually getting in that person's mind.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? And you're getting an understanding. That's the way you get to know someone. And so, for me, I felt like I don't know. I just thought that was the way to build a connection. And we talked for hours. Like, hours. All the time, just talking on the phone, and we were talking. I would like ask 1,000,001 questions. He probably thought I was crazy or nosy or whatever, but I'll be like, okay, so what was that about? So what did you do to make her mad, or what did she do to make you mad, or how do you know this happened, and how do you know that didn't happen? And I will want to know everything.
It was pretty good. Right?
It wasn't when y'all did all this talking. Was it in person or was it over the telephone?
Okay, so our first date, I think we were on our date for 4 hours talking. Was it 3, 4 hours maybe we were talking, on on the phone every night. We would talk about 5-6 hours. Yeah, every day we were just talking and talking and talking.
Real courting.
Yeah, courting at this finest.
They didn't give you no 90. Let me ask you. Did he give you 90-day rule? Did you give him? Or did
No,
that come up?
it wasn't none of
about
that.
It was about that. Okay.
It wasn't none of that.
Courting.
It was natural. It definitely yeah, it was natural. It wasn't no time limit on there. It wasn't like this is happening, this ain't happening. Like I said at the time, I wasn't in the mindset of looking for a relationship. I wasn't in the mindset of dating. So it kind of just happened. And I had a child. So my mind was to focus on doing what I needed to do for her. And so, yeah, that's basically where it was. And that's what I try to tell some of my friends is just let it go and it will happen. Like, don't put the pressure on it because it'll come when you least expect it. And don't try to make people fit that don't fit.
I like that.
A lot of people try to put puzzle pieces in stuff that, and it just, it's not going to work. However you flip it, turn it around, whatever, it just ain't going to fit. If it ain't meant to be there, it ain't going to be. So that's just what it was and how it happened. And sometimes you just realize that some things that happen that are not planned, and they happen the best way when they aren't planned because it's just God's plan.
But caller,
Yeah.
you said you had the man on the phone 3, 4, 5 hours at a time.
Wow.
Sometimes maybe more. Yeah.
You got to have some interesting conversation, or
I
that brother
had.
was a phone hostage.
I mean,
Most of the time he was calling me, so I don't think he was a phone hostage. You know, calling me, bringing me food, making sure I was good. You know, doing the utmost.
Y'all went Dutch?
Never Dutch.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Never Dutch. But I always made sure that I returned the favor when I could or when the opportunity presented itself. I was never selfish about it, and I didn't expect for things to be given to me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow, we appreciate you, man. So listening and understanding. You helped us with pretty much our show tonight.
But I have one more question for y'all.
Oh, go ahead, man.
So when you're dating or courting someone, is it okay for that person to have the opposite sex friends?
What you mean? When we
Yeah, like okay, so
if they had them friends before. What kind of friends before though?
I mean,
They date, touch each other, all that gotta come.
Even during as you're developing your relationship and they meeting people, is it okay for them to have the opposite sex friends? Like I know some people have friends before they get into the relationship, and then some people come along the way.
No.
So what do you guys think about that?
Can I handle this one?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if my wife had friends, men friends. I don't know if any friends yet. I mean, they had people that went to school with and stuff, but not friends to hang out with and like no. I don't know my wife.
Once a relationship is established, we ain't making no new friends.
Yeah, I don't have no girl.
We have associates, we have coworkers. We're not making new personal.
No, that was before you.
Yeah, before is one thing. I'm talking.
That's what you're talking about.
After the relationship is established.
So, but still, that guy was before you. That's what you're saying.
No, she's saying after you're in the relationship, making new friends.
No.
Call up what you said.
No, I'm saying like when you're meeting someone and they have like a lot of people have their friends already, and they introduce you to their friends, and you're like, oh no, I'm not liking this. Like this ain't.
Well, friends have to get to the point where they respect the boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's like you're single with friends, it's a different thing, but you're in a relationship with friends, everything's different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's like if a friend respects the boundaries and loves you enough for your personal happiness, they won't intervene like that in a negative way in your relationship.
Yeah,
and so you have some friends that be like, well, I done known her since XYZ, yada yada. You know what a male friend is?
What?
Chris Rock said, they ain't nothing but a, you get a cigarette in a glass jar?
Yeah.
Say break in case of emergency. That dude just waiting.
Oh gosh.
He just waiting on that, somebody to break her heart, that sorrowful moment, and the crown on that shoulder, he just waiting to slip up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he may not say it.
Yeah.
See, what happened was...
It could be the same thing for a woman too.
He wanted to
True.
date. He wanted to date and fell into the friendship zone.
That's what happened.
Okay, so he's like, I'm gonna hang out here until they slip up. One day. And so when she's in a relationship, he got to start to respect their boundaries. Like you don't miss that one, bro.
A lot of one day dudes.
Yeah,
Friendly.
yeah.
Friendlies. Okay.
Yeah, that's funny.
Any other questions?
No, I think y'all. I like the unfell in love. I really like that. I have to do some research on that.
Yes. That's a scripture.
That's pretty good.
But remember, we ain't making no new friends in a relationship. No new personal friends.
Right.
We can have friends that we meet together, but we're not making no new personal friends of the opposite sex.
There you go. So we want to thank you, caller, again. You can call in at any time.
Will do.
And we'll have some more interesting topics for you to call in.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
But we'd like to know your name one day.
Maybe one day I'll bless y'all with that.
We sure appreciate it. Well, leave a comment. Once again, subscribe, follow, like. Oh, you a subscriber?
Yes, of course.
Okay, okay. Can you tell your friends, have a women's group, invite us in. We'd love to sit in with you all, answer some questions. But subscribe, like, follow, tell your mama, your auntie now. Tell everybody. We look for your cousin, your haters, everybody. Tell everybody Singleton-Brown. We want to talk to you and
Co-workers,
whoever. We coming to a TV near you, a cell phone near you. So thank you for calling again. And man, who are we, man?
we Singleton.
And I'm Brown.
We what?
We were live.
Now we out.
Peace.
You know what I'm saying? Can't real fool for them.
Jay Cameron.